Okay, so I want to do a new style of video to test it out because I've always watched these types of commentary stuff and hopefully you guys like it too. Also I'm going to be uploading gaming video sometime. I don't know. Alright, so we're going to be talking about something that's kind of icky, so like trigger warnings for like adults talking to minors in a sexual way and just sexual content as a whole. But for this video, I'm going to be centering the screenshots because obviously don't attack people regardless of what they do. No one deserves to be witch hunted. And maybe this is all satire and I'm just reading too much into it, but I'm not sure. This is mostly spread awareness about these types of people. So, like I said, don't harass anyone if you do know who they are. With all that out of the way, let's go into it. So I already know this might have been talked about, but I'm not sure, so I'm just going to talk about it anyway. But in the Minecraft community, mostly, specifically the Dream SMP, I've seen a lot of questionable accounts on Twitter, like that. Yeah, there's kind of an issue, I don't know. Before I say anything, my stance on the whole shipping content creators thing is, we've already seen it with Subsupplier and stuff about how they were clearly uncomfortable about being shipped together. And even if someone is not, I feel like you still shouldn't draw not safe for work content of them, despite what Dream has said about his stance on that. I just don't. It's kind of weird, not gonna lie. Some people have gone beyond this and they've shipped minors, literally incestual, well, canonly incestual relationships. People that don't want to be shipped, don't want to have not so safe for work fan art of each other, etc. Let's take this, for example, sexualizing minor content creators. That's great. Now, you might be wondering, why are these images wrong? Like, what's the big deal? Some of them are just drawn, it's just fictional. Fiction affects reality despite what a lot of people want to think. If you look at some drawing of a underage anime girl, for example, and you find that hot, like, it's gonna change your ideologies, and eventually people will see, oh, I drew this, and it's underage, but it's just a drawing. But it develops into the mindset that stuff like that is okay, like, especially for minors. The minors are asking to be sexualized in their bios and things like send proof, but oh, I should probably describe that. Before I go deeper into the minors and the bios and the adults taking advantage of them, I'm going to describe this situation to the best of my ability. So, a group on Twitter of both minors and adults have taken a liking to the Dream SMP content creators. It wouldn't really be an issue if they didn't do such disgusting things with them. So, they go on Twitter, as one usually does, to look at the material of a content creator that you like, or draw, or interact with other people that have the same mindset. So in the Minecraft YouTuber community Twitter space, there are multiple sub-Twitters, like, I don't know, like like content creators will have their own sub-Twitter. Like Fundy has his own, like Dream has his own. Stuff like that, where it's centering around a specific creator or a group of creators. Most of these groups aren't harmful and are probably part of the better side of the Minecraft community. However, as this video's topic is about, all groups are not like this. Poppy Twitter, as they call themselves, are adults and minors who have sexualized the Dream SMP creators and possibly content creators. Like I said, the minors are also sexualized themselves. The way to distinguish between this Poppy Twitter and the regular Minecraft community fans is that I've noticed they will use like a flower emoji or a banquet like emoji to distinguish between themselves, and they'll usually have Poppy Twitter in there or some sort of symbol to show that they're a part of it, and yeah. Minors, as I stated once again, they usually have "please sexualize me" in their bio. They also have the Poppy Twitters and the flowers and the banquets. They usually ask to send proof of some sort, which I'm guessing is probably nudes, not gonna lie. One of the most asinine things of this entire situation is that most of the accounts are private, which makes me question, like, why would you private your account if you thought this was right? If you thought it was right, you'd have your account public and open, and you'd be spreading this. Yeah, I just think it's kind of funny how they can hide behind the screen and then potentially take advantage of their followers that have already been interacting with for quite some time now. Now that you know about all that, I'm gonna go on my tangent about why I think this is wrong. The first reason I think this entire situation is just terrible is because minors are involved in this. While the people who are interacting with these accounts are minors in themselves, so I do give them a little bit of leeway because, you know, they aren't fully developed in their brains, and I'm not even one to speak either, so. But I still feel like they should be held accountable to some degree. They shouldn't be canceled, no, they shouldn't be castrated from the community and pushed off or sent death threats or anything like that, but they should be held accountable for their actions. The minors in this situation are most likely just horny teenagers with an interest in content creators, which it does mix into a dangerous situation because you have other adults that are into the same thing and they're not going to respect the boundaries of these children, as we've already seen before. I believe both sides of this situation should be held accountable for multiple things like shipping people who do not want to be shipped or drawing not safe for work of these minor content creators. The things that scare me the most about this situation is that the minors can be potential grooming victims or victims of pedophiles within the Poppy Twitter community, because we already know they're interacting with the adults. It's pretty common considering this, literally them not caring about age, just saying 15 plus or any age plus does not mean that it's okay to have a fully grown adult in your DMs, which most of these people are adults, yes, and they do ship things like Tommy and Dream, and just wow, it's amazing to what the world has come to. I just want to say that. But overall, to end my statement, having sexual thoughts as a minor going through puberty and shit isn't the issue. The issue is posting it to an audience and letting it out there for anyone to see, bad people that you don't know. And to that I have to say, just keep it to yourself. Like, I know you're not supposed to draw it in the first place, but who's really gonna stop you? Like, nobody probably, but keep it to yourself. When you post it, that's when it becomes an issue. Just wanted to put that out there. My second issue is with the adults in this quote-unquote community. I barely even want to call them adults because most of the time they act worse than the children themselves. When people call out these accounts, which is good and it protects minors, the adults, they go private. They start guilt tripping their audience to make them closer to themselves, which gives the minors in there a better chance to get somehow affected by the situation. The issue is when they go private, they have open grounds to interact and shield their followers from all these callouts, saying things like, oh, a bunch of hackers hacked me and that's why it looked like I was doing that stuff with a 15-year-old. Or, oh, I didn't actually post that video of me and a minor. That was just my dog or something. Yeah, it's kind of dumb. This is obviously putting children at risk for some sort of child endangerment. The entire premise of adults enjoying non-consensual underage content is sickening to me and should be sickening to you, I believe. There are reasons why children can't consent and why pedophilia isn't legal to act on. Children don't have the mental capacity to give consent. Adults shouldn't be normally attracted to children. They should be attracted to individuals that are fully developed and aren't just mature for their age. I've heard that get thrown around a lot, which is just disgusting. Just because a 14, 15-year-old is mature for their age, it doesn't mean that it's just something. It doesn't mean it's okay to interact with them sexually at all. They're still a minor, they're still under the age of 18, and even 17-year-olds, I believe, are still classified as minors. They do not need to be interacted with sexually at all. Sorry, that's just my topic on it. Overall, you should be attracted to your age range, which is like your age and a year or so older or younger. It depends on how old you are. If you're an adult and you're like 20, you can be attracted to people that are 18. You can be attracted to people that are 30. I don't care. But when you're an adult, you're attracted to someone that's 15, 16, 14. That's when it becomes an issue. Overall, the message is just to spread awareness about this. So please, if you do know them, do not witch hunt them. Most of them are minors. So witch hunting them is not going to really do anything. They're probably just going to shut down. Hey, if you could sit through all that, kudos. That was probably hard to see and listen to. I don't know, maybe it was just easy to listen to, whatever. But, sorry to self-promo right here, but you could support me just by following me on any of my socials in the description below. It's pretty nasty to research. Yeah, now my timeline is screwed up forever. But if I messed up on something, or if you have more information about this, you can tell me in the comments too. I hope you sort of got some sort of enlightenment from this, even though it was pretty short. But thanks for sitting all through this to the end. Hope you have a nice day. See you later. I've been this nervous with the cold drink in my 2 hands saying no thanks.